what would you say, reflecting on back on your career thus far, what would you say is a defining moment that led you to where you are today?
Oh my God, there were so many of those. Um, a defining moment to lead me where I am today. Well, I was in Hollywood. I was working, and I was there, and I thought I was there to be an actress. And then I quickly realized that I like to eat. And in the time that I was that age, you had to be like a stick figure. Like there was no voluptuous women other than Monique, who represented Black women in a larger size. Even Oprah was trying to slim herself down considerably, type of environment, right? That's how old I am. We won't talk about those things. But and so I was like, I like to pay my bills. I like to go out to the bar in the weekend, and so acting wasn't doing it for me. And so I went to Hampton. Shout outs to the real HU. Okay, I'm just throwing it out there. And when I went to Hampton, the well-rounded education I received there, you had to learn how to be on the stage, but you had to learn the components of being behind the stage. And so in the quest to try to be an actor, I started doing behind the scenes gigs as well so I could pay my rent. And I had an affinity for lighting. I completely, my quest to be an actress, I completely forgot I got a minor in lighting design. And I only did it because I loved lighting. And so when I was trying to find a job to keep a job, I was like, oh, I could do lighting. And I knew how to repair the instruments and all other stuff. So I got this really great gig working at this little black box theater. And while I was there, I knew how to be a stage manager because, again, I had a well-rounded education. So because it was a little black box theater, I was the resident stage manager. So I was the resident lighting designer and the resident stage manager. And then this amazing actor came through, Black Hollywood, and his Blair Underwood was his name. And he did a one-man show. And in the process of doing the one-man show, I didn't know any of the people associated with the play. But he just saw this little Black girl, because at the time I was still a little Black girl, and I was a little not stick figure, but I was a little, I was a little thing. But I'm a force to be reckoned with. My voice has never changed, even though my size may have, but I was like, I command my space. And so he was like, who is this child telling folks what to do? And I was like, and they knew I was right. And as Monique would say to me, she's like, you just got to learn how to say it a little softer. And so I got in with Black Hollywood at that moment. I didn't realize it at the time, but hindsight's always 20/20. And so from there, I started meeting all of these amazing Black artists, Black actors, Black directors. Bill Duke, who's one of my favorite people in the world. I got to meet him and work for him. And because all of these Black Hollywood people came from old school, they knew they had to be triple threats. So they didn't just work on TV shows or in films. They came back to do theater because you have to keep your chops up. You gotta, if you don't use it, you lose it. And so I got to meet some of the most amazing Black actors in Hollywood to this day because of that space. And shout outs to Stage 52. Stage 52 did it for me. That was the place I worked and I learned. And even though I was working in a theater environment, it gave me a springboard to get to know people in Black Hollywood, to get to a larger theater. From there, I started building myself up in I was all the tech director and lighting designer for the Los Angeles theater downtown. It was a stepping stone. So I would say that was probably a very large defining moment, was working in that space and being humble enough to remember that one, I don't know everything, but two, I don't have to do what I think I'm supposed to be setting out to do. Like, I have to be open to be able to receive the other blessings.
Thanks for listening. For more amazing content and episode updates, be sure to subscribe to this podcast and the Dr. J's Office Hours YouTube channel. Also, if you like notes from this episode and more, head over to drjaewilliams.com and download Dr. J's Gems. The notes include a breakdown of the conversation, key concepts and helpful resources exclusively for my office hours fam. So come through. You never know. You just might learn something new. And remember, you are what you've been waiting for. Talk to you soon. Peace.